What's that? Someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Okay. Hello? Someone out there? Well, I'm going to go back to taking that nap. This couch certainly feels it. And where have you been? Oh, the silent treatment, eh? Now listen, you. Listen, Vacuum. Where the heck have you been? You figure you're gonna give me the silent treatment. Okay, I'll bite. If you're not gonna talk to me, I'm gonna put you over in the corner. Well, I'm gonna put you in the corner because I have to do a review anyway. Because that's what you get for not talking and not sending any messages whatsoever. Okay, I hate to do this. You're going over to the corner. Well, I guess it's time to start that mission. In this case, the final Bond review of the month. Well, it's the final film in the Bond film. Wait, this isn't even connected in the Bond franchise. Is it? I don't remember seeing this one in any of the Bond film trilogies. Well, I guess we're talking about this Bond film, which is Never Say Never Again, with the return of Sean Connery. That's also a remake of Thunderball. And we got the Vacuum back. Except he's been pretty quiet today. Don't worry, Vacuum. You'll get your voice, so you'll get better. But let's go ahead and talk about this movie. So today we're talking about the final film for Bond month. In this case, Bond film Never Say Never Again. So, in this film, Sean Connery returns to the role of James Bond 12 years after the Bond film Diamonds Are Forever. So basically, what was this film about? Well, this time, the story features an aging Bond who's brought back into action to investigate the theft of 2 nuclear weapons by Spectre. And the thing that makes this film a bit different than the other films is this was not really considered it. Like, whenever you try to look up, like, say, box sets for Bond films, this is not included in, like, say, the main Bond films, because it's not done by the Broccoli family, and it was not done under the Warner Brothers or developed by another studio. So yeah, there's a bit of details. So what are my honest thoughts about this, comparing this film to Thunderball, which it is in a way a remake of? Well, honestly, I have to say that although this film can be at times rather goofy.
Hold on!
No! What are you doing?
I found this film rather fun. Well, compared to Never Say Never, this film it has so much similarities. Like say the villain of Largo, and say a brother who was killed by Spectre. And then his sister wanting revenge because of that. I do have to say that there are some differences in that instead of a poker game, like when Bond and Largo are battling it out, instead of like playing like say poker or something like that, it's sort of like a video game to play.
You win $16,000. A lucky move on my part. Perhaps I didn't explain. As the stakes increase, so does the level of pain. Rather like life. We continue?
Honestly, it's pretty cool the fact, like, say, if you lose, you get shocked. Sort of like, say, the paid station. So, I think that's a pretty cool idea. And it makes Bond, it sort of, like, helps in the, like, say, Bond is having to, in a way, be more resourceful, in a way. And I do think, I'll be honest, for the entire time of this film, I can put the, like, say, that, Largo is basically, I can put the, like, say, Largo reminds me so much of, Elon Musk. If Elon Musk actually was able to hold his company together. I mean, have you seen how Twitter's doing lately?
Quite a day for his protest.
I think bankruptcy baby just scrolled by. It looks like this company is headed straight into the ground.
The stunt comes within the hour that Twitter employees needed to answer Musk's ultimatum, saying employees should expect, quote, long hours at high intensity if they wanted to stay.
I will say this, the actor for this film is actually pretty good. Fatima Blush, who is basically the number 12, who is basically decided to go out and kill Bond. There's like one moment where she has him at gunpoint, and she's going, ah!
Just remember, it's against service policy for agents to give out endorsements.
Right!
Right now?
Right now.
Like, she is like saying, you want me? And then Bond goes like, he uses like a pin, and this happens. My god, this film is kind of freaking hilarious at the same time. It is over the top. One issue I had with Thunderball is that the film relied too much on the use of underwater sequences. However, this one kind of toned it down, and in fact, like say, we have more use of sequences on land, underwater, and like say, when it comes to underwater sequences, there's only about, I'd say there's like equal amount, but it's not as long. like whether it's like say him, Bond fighting against sharks. Again, or there's a sequence where he is going underwater to find a cave, and finally to stop the bomb. But here's a twist: the bomb is underwater, so that's pretty cool. And like say also the person that gets shot with the harpoon gun is a bit of a difference too. I mean overall I feel like this film is pretty entertaining. I will say that it's pretty cool to have like an older Bond, and because in a way he's having to be more smart and thinking about how to maneuver his enemies with his wits instead of just like say raw muscle in a way. Well, I mean that again, that's what Bond has always done in a way. So, anyway, I think this film is actually pretty entertaining. Unfortunately, we don't get like say the opening Bond gun barrel sequence. We get the usual Bond song. In this case, it's "Never Say Never Again." But it doesn't really have a opening sequence. Most of the beginning of the film has him going through a jungle to try to find an escape victim, like a held captive victim.
No choice. I know there's danger there. I don't care. Let it be.
Oh, and say Mr. Ron Atkinson actually appears in this film. He doesn't really do much except like say in a way kind of an annoying Bond. But yeah, I like the fact that he's there. It kind of like gives me a reason, like say how Ron Atkinson was able to eventually one day become a spy himself. But this is how I feel. Well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, don't forget to keep your popcorn nice and buttery and warm. Your drinks ice cold and keep your eyes on the screen. I'll see you later.